Hello, I'm Rob Phillips, and welcome to my channel. When most people talk about the idea of awareness, they tend to talk about it as something we either have or we don't have, maybe as something we do or don't do. Today, I want to go a little bit deeper into the concept of awareness and actually want to present the idea that awareness is not something that we need to make happen. In fact, awareness is one of the most primal things about our being. Awareness is always here. It's just that a lot of the times we forget to perceive it, or we have it clouded over by more distracted qualities of mind. Fortunately, here in our Yin Yoga setting, when we can really relax the body, when we can really slow down and tune into things, we can start to see that awareness is not something that we create. Awareness is what remains when we let go of all the distractions on top. So in terms of practical stuff for today, we are going to be using a strap. So have something that you can use to lengthen your arms, either a proper yoga strap or something like that. Have a blanket and have a couple of blocks. We're going to start on our back in just a moment, but a quick reminder, if you enjoy these videos, please be sure to give them a like. Consider subscribing to my channel if you want to see more practices like this. And finally, if you want to dive deeper into the practices of Yin Yoga and mindfulness, please check out my free course, Embodied Mindfulness Method. There's a link in the description down below. For now, though, as I said, let's start to find our way here on our back. And have your strap close by as you lie down. And so from here, you can spread yourself out onto the floor, relax the body. If you need a little bit of support or a little bit of proppage, that's totally fine, of course. Eyes could be open or maybe close your eyes, but either way, feel as the body relaxes here, feel as the energy settles here. Inviting that general sense of relaxation, inviting that general sense of dropping into this. And start first with that tangible connection to what is here. Sensations of your body, sensations of your breath, even the sensations of your thoughts as they come and they go in the mind. Just noticing as we relax here, as we settle, awareness isn't something we need to do. Awareness isn't something that only happens under particular conditions, really. Awareness is always here, and it's there to help us observe and connect with the more tangible aspects of our experience. And while it's still very early in our practice, maybe you can start to get a sense of the idea that as you let go, as you relax, in those moments of surrender, in those moments of letting go, you get a taste of this deeper, more clear sense of awareness. We get a sense of just being without trying to make something specific happen. And really that is the sort of quality that I'm hoping we can experience today, that I hope we can open up to through today's class. So let's feel that here for a few more moments. Take just a few more slow breaths and invite the body to relax, allow for the energy to get more calm and to settle. Resting in a sense of just being. Feeling the natural awareness that's already here in each moment. Take a gentle inhale breath through your nose. Open up the mouth and exhale to let that all out. The eyes are closed. We can open them up here, and let's start to walk our feet in. Have your knees bent. And come into a simple sway, come into a simple shift here, back and forth. Just kind of like loosen things up, stir things up for yourself. Grab your strap or whatever you're using like a strap here. You can just kind of open it up. And we're going to place that strap right onto the heel of our left foot. So it's actually fairly low down. Give yourself a good bit of length here, a lot of slack, so that you can slowly raise the angle of that left leg until that moment where you start to feel a nice pull. Now, I should mention, so often when I teach this, I see people with that leg kind of bent. They're trying to jam it up, right? So give yourself some room. Even if that leg is lower to the floor, you're going to get more out of this pose if that leg is very straight. Since we're going to be here for some time, you might want to roll your strap over your hands, make it a little easier to hold on to. And you can decide to either keep that right leg bent or maybe to extend that right leg long onto the floor too. Either way, give yourself enough room here so that the shoulders can relax. Try not to pull on that leg. Just kind of let the leg lean into the strap, lean into your support. And just as we were doing a minute ago in our opening meditation, can you tune in to the sense of just being? Can you feel that sense of natural awareness here in this moment? Now, I always mention as we start the physical practice, just to remember to respect what you feel in the body. To never push your body past an edge that's overly intense or sharp. If you feel strong sensations, you're going to want to back out of the pose or leave. Never harm the body in your practice while understanding that, of course, not every pose will be completely easy. But it's always better to err on the side of caution. It's always better to keep things a bit more gentle as opposed to too aggressive. And so with this setup here, feel as the body relaxes. Feel as the energy calms down. We anchor the attention in the physical sensations. That gives us the more tangible connection to this moment. And yet, as we relax even deeper, as we let go even more here, we notice this sense of space. You can get these glimpses of just being, of just experiencing. The more you relax and let go on a physical level, the more you just relax and let go on a mental level, the more we see awareness is always here, waiting beneath the normal turbulence. For now, let's take one more complete breath here like we are, and slowly release that strap and lower the leg down. And if your other leg was still bent here, you can extend that one long too, and just kind of rest on your back. Let's take a little pause here. We want to feel the rebound. We want to feel the resonance. And take a few deeper breaths and truly invite the energy to flow, to circulate with that. Feel the afterglow, feel the lightness, the space we make from the physical practice, of course. Which in general will make it easier to tune into the natural clarity, the natural calm. From here, let's set up our second side. Of course, let's walk the feet in and have our knees bent. Grab a hold of your strap here and place it more on the heel of the right foot. This is a slight variation. And like I said on first side, give yourself a lot of length. Start with the angle rather low to the ground. Raise until whatever moment you start to feel a nice pull happening, but you're not trying to push as far as humanly possible. You want to be able to give yourself full extension of that leg as opposed to having it bent. Maybe roll the strap over the hands to make it easier to hold on to like I just did, and you decide to either keep that left leg bent, or maybe you'd like to extend that leg onto the floor too. Make sure the shoulders are relaxed. Make sure the ribs, the belly, all of that are relaxed too. Eyes could be softly open or eyes could be closed, but either way, you're going to tune in here and feel the experience in your body. Allow and invite the possibility of softening, of letting go even more here. Because in each moment of surrender, in each moment of letting go, we get that glimpse. We get that sense of the clarity beneath the surface. We allow ourselves to open to awareness just as it is. What can you let go of here? What could you release here? Notice the sense of calm that remains in each moment that you let go. Let's take one more complete breath here, like we are. You can slowly release your strap and lower that leg all the way down to the ground. And of course, you can extend the other leg too. Maybe move your fingers, shift the legs around in space. Just kind of free this up, loosen this up, and feel, yet again, that lightness, that spaciousness here. Take a few deep breaths and tune in, connect. What have you let go of? What have you released through those first few poses here? Let's take a gentle inhale breath through our nose. Gentle exhale breath out our mouth. Walk your legs in, have your knees bent. Take a moment, a little sway, a little shift here and there. Slowly roll your way over onto your side. Press into the floor, gradually begin to lift up, begin to rise up. Find your blanket and use this to make a cushion, use this to make a base for yourself, and a strong chance that you're going to want your blocks as well. So have your blocks close by and extend your legs out and in front. Let them relax, let them shake out. Have your feet at about hips width apart. Blocks can be on the outside here. I like to use these to support my hands. We're going to do a simple fold, but having said that, if there's a lot of tightness in the body, you can always stay more upright. You can just kind of relax here. You could let this pose be what it is. Or if you do want to add a little more of an edge, find your gentle inhale like this. Use your slow exhale, leaning forwards. And the trick here is you're not forcing the body to go overly deep. You can invite a good bit of round in the spine. If I were trying to stretch in a more aggressive way, maybe I'd pull myself lower, right? But that's not what we're doing here. We're working in a very moderate, very patient way. We just want to come deep enough to feel some sort of initial effect happening. And as you find that here for yourself, relax the body. Settle into the pose. Tune in to the physical experience. And truly notice what remains as you let go. What happens when you stop trying to get somewhere? What happens when you stop trying to make something in particular happen? Rest in the sense of clarity, rest in the sense of awareness that's already here. And of course, keep relaxing the body too. There is the physical practice that we're exploring as well. Let's take one more complete breath, just like we are. Slowly roll up from your fold. You can take a moment if you'd like to relax the shoulders, to relax and to release your legs. From here, we'll shift. We'll make our way all the way forwards onto our belly. You can kind of clear the runway, get everything out of the way. And as you rest on the belly here, just feeling a nice neutral shape. Feeling the release of any pressure onto the back or the hamstrings where we're just targeting, of course. And taking a gentle inhale breath through your nose. Gentle exhale breath out your mouth. From here, we're going to set up onto our elbows, lifting up into our chest to come into a Sphinx pose. So creating that mild bit of compression, mild bit of sensation in the lower back. But remember that mild is the key word, right? Shouldn't feel anything sharp or focused. You can adjust whether the chin is lifted. You can adjust how close or far the elbows are. We're all going to look a little bit different here, right? But find an alignment that works well for you. Let yourself really drop into this, really settle into this. Again, we can anchor our awareness, our attention here in this present moment experience. And we can be here with whatever arises within that. And we can notice the natural clarity, the natural awareness that supports it all. What can you let go of in the body? What can you let go of within the mind? What remains as you truly let go in each moment? Take a final complete breath, just like you are. Slowly begin to lower all the way down to the floor. Take a few deep breaths here and feel the release in the lower back, in the spine, the shoulders. Feel any nice cycles or waves of energy that might ebb and flow there for you. Use your hands, gently press the hips back, come into a child's pose. I'm going to encourage you to come into like a semi-wide lead child's pose, not like the super deep version that I sometimes teach as a proper pose. This is a little bit more of a transition. We're going to be here for like 1 minute, not a full length hold. But for most bodies, I find separating the knees a bit gives you a bit more space to work with. And just feel that length, feel that release happening in your lower back, and take a few nice deep breaths here. From here now, you can slowly start to press yourself up. And to end the practice today, I want to end in more of a seated meditation. Now, I will say that if you prefer to end on your back in a more supportive Shavasana, that is of course welcome, but can be nice for this sort of practice to end a little more upright, to invite a little bit more energy into the experience. Now, of course, I can sit comfortably and cross-legged. You might be able to do some version of this, but if you need more support, if you need to do something slightly different, find a seated position that works well for your body. Or, as I said, consider sitting, or rather lying down on your back and taking Shavasana if you want to be even more supported still. If you're going to go for seated, take a few moments and just make sure that the lower body's grounded, upper body is lifted, shoulders, neck, and upper back are soft. Close your eyes and we'll begin to rest here. We'll begin to land here. And just a subtle reframing of things, rather than thinking of this as like a bookend or an addendum to our practice. Consider this to be the last pose of the sequence. Proper physical form in and of itself. So just really let yourself be here, really let yourself sit here, relax into this, and can you tune into and feel the awareness itself? Sense of clarity and connection. Natural calm that remains when we truly let go. Wherever you set up, take a final few moments there to connect and to observe. And just feel what is settled, feel what has rebalanced in those last few minutes. And if you're already in seated, all you need to do is remain here. But if you are on your back, take a few moments to find your way up. Join us here in this comfortable seat. And notice these final few moments of this practice, final few moments of this sequence. What have you released? What have you let go of? And have you deepened that sense of connection with the natural awareness that's already here? Let's join the hands in front of the heart. So again, and as always, my thanks to each of you for sharing your practice. May our practice bring benefit to all beings. We bow. So again, thank you so very much for joining. Like always, if you have thoughts, questions, anything at all, please let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, subscribe to my channel if you are not already, and as always, if you want to go deeper into these practices, please check out my free course, The Embodied Mindfulness Method. There's a link in the description down below.